Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be heading to the gym for a quick little push day. I know this week's been a little off and on. I am back in Washington. I know last time I was down in Arizona, but back in the piss and rain. But did some squats yesterday. Enjoyed that. Still haven't deadlifted, so I think we're saving that for tomorrow. Might pick up some straps for that one, but. So yesterday wasn't bad. I did make a new video, which was uploaded today as the time I'm filming this. It was a little cinematic leg day video. It was alright. Kind of rushed. Didn't want to spend a lot of time on it just because I was gonna vlog yesterday, but never really got to it. Had some other issues. So just did a quick little 25-second cinematic video, and that'll be on my TikTok and probably Instagram, and it's on Shorts already. So if you're subscribed, you might have already seen it. Kind of want to talk about how I got into the gym and what it means to me. I know it's kind of important to people who've been going to the gym for a long time and understanding the entire kind of role that plays in people's lives and how they kind of got into all of it. I want to say it was probably one of the hardest times I really faced was during the time when I started working out. It was just around COVID time. I was still I think I was in 8th grade, freshman year mostly, I believe, because I think I was in online school. I was spending time out in South Dakota, Iowa, one of those two, with my grandparents, and at the time I was facing some issues when it came to the social life and whatnot. Had very little to no friends, and in that time, especially for my age, I think I was 15, maybe just turned 16. That's important, and eventually I found a great group of friends, and now I have 3 of them that work out with me and whatnot, so it worked out pretty well. But really what happened during that time really motivated me to go to the gym, and almost felt like I was forced, because I didn't want to be known anymore for who I was. I wanted to be, I didn't want to be known as the skinny guy anymore. And, that's everyone's excuse to go to the gym. They don't want to be skinny or they want to look better. But pretty much I just was sick and tired of being who I was, and I wanted to be different. And I didn't want to look the way I did. I was sub 120 pounds, very scrawny kid, never ate a lot of food. If I did, my metabolism was absolutely skyrocketed, and I was tired of the way I looked. So I asked my grandpa, he's very fit. He's probably worked out his entire life, and he had this whole upper lower program he did. And so every morning, I think around 5:30, I joined him and I started working out. At the time, I barely knew what splits were. I didn't understand the entire way of how to work out. And TikTok was still big, so I was always scrolling through videos on TikTok, kind of seeing all these influencers and wondering how I can become better. And there's still things to this day I don't know. And that's the one thing. It's every day I go to the gym, I learn something new, I feel like. No matter if it's a new workout, it's a new way to train, etc. And I can go on and on pretty much about that. But kind of back to what I was saying is, started off pretty much in my grandpa's basement. Me and him every morning at 5:30 we'd work out, either up or lower, and we had 2 rest days. Holy fucking A. Dude, that is a fucking Ultima face first in a ditch. Holy fuck. Hey, someone get the fire department out here. Call me. That's crazy. What the fuck was that? I don't know how they did that. It's impressive. Straight nosedive. But yeah, no, you get started down there, either doing upper lower, and we had a couple rest days a week. And I'd follow along with him. He would help me, teach me new ways to do anything. I think we only had dumbbells, a bench, and a couple pieces of cardio equipment. I think it was a elliptical and a treadmill. So we'd do our full upper workout or lower workout, and I think we did about 30 minutes of cardio, and every 15 minutes we'd switch off between the treadmill to the elliptical or whatever it was down there. And it worked. It's pretty solid. I saw newbie gains. I saw whatever. I saw size change. But at that point, I was not confident still who I was. I still looked at myself in the mirror. I was still the same guy. And, fast forward 4 years, and I still see myself as that same guy. Mentally different. But when it comes to the physique and strength, I still see myself as that same guy. I'm a different person now. I've changed who I am. And from those struggles I've had, and I've gotten over them. And it's just something that's you'll work out. You start seeing these new gains, but after that, every time you look in the mirror, you still see your old self. And I think most people that go to the gym struggle with that. and it's what they call body dysmorphia or whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, it's one of those things you just have to push through, knowing that you do look different, you are stronger, you look bigger, you're more swole, whether you're on the bulk, whether you're on the cut. And it's one of those things that I want you to keep pushing yourself no matter how you look in whatever way or shape form you're in. Find that program that works well for you. Again, I did maybe 3 months on that upper lower split that my grandpa gave me, and I really focused on it. After a while, I started learning about push pull. Push pull is a great program. Still used it to this day. It's a program I'm still currently on. Did that for almost probably a year, maybe. I think it was a pull push legs, something like that. And then I went into Arnold split. Loved Arnold split. But ever since the first time I did upper lower, I tried it once again and I never did again. I don't like that program. I don't like the way it's formatted. I think especially for someone who wants to do compounds, I just don't see it working. I don't like staying home the other 3 days a week or whatnot. And it's nice if you have a pretty hard schedule and you're working 4 days a week, or if you're working out 4 days a week and that works for you, that's great. I like to work out 5 to 6 days a week. My schedule, I have a pretty open schedule. I work one 24-hour shift and I get 48 hours off. And same thing over and over. And I never work a Thursday. So there'll be usually 1 week out of the month where I get 6 days off. It's a great schedule. So I have a more open schedule than most people do. And I'm able to, I'm more flexible when it comes to that. But I still see it from a point that my body doesn't recover as well. I understand I get those same amount of days. But I just, I feel like I'm forcing all my muscles into that one workout, or at least all my upper muscles into that one workout. And I don't like that. I like to really focus on my chest. I really like to focus on my back. And I think that's where I like the Arnold split, especially for the chest and back day. It's like one of my favorites. That's the hardest I work. But I kind of pick out the muscle groups that really need to be worked on. And that's where the push-pull legs workout really works for me, because I can, pick one muscle group from each of those workouts and really hit it hard than others. So, kind of just swinging back around to what I was talking about earlier. And the way I look at it, and the reason I make these videos, it takes one person to look at this video and say, you motivate me. That's what I want to look for. I want to be able to motivate people. I want to push them past their limits and, have the most potential for themselves. For someone to come into the gym and, compliment me on my physique, like, hey, you look bigger, or hey, you're stronger, whatever, you're leaner, etc., that changes someone's perspective on what they're doing. It shows that they're putting the work in and they understand now, okay, what I'm doing is working. And because as a person yourself, you won't see that, okay, I look bigger. You'll see that you're strong, of course. You bench 225 one day, next couple months later, you're benching 255, whatnot. You see that. Strength's a little easier to see. When it comes to physique, I think it's a little harder. But really don't hyper-focus yourself on the whole body dysmorphia thing. Really just kind of put that away. Because, you're, again, like I said earlier, you're going to look in the mirror, you're going to see yourself, I haven't changed. In reality, you have. You've changed a lot. You've put on an inch on your bicep, whatever. You look better, you look leaner. Or if you're bulking, you're looking a little bulkier, whatnot. That makes a difference in a person, and it's just one of those things I want to let you guys know that everyone who goes to the gym sees that. I've seen it, and it almost shuts you down as a person. It makes you not want to work out anymore. But again, that's the battles you got to fight. So it's just one of those things that where I kind of came from and where I see myself. And everyone has their hard times. Everyone has a messed up schedule. There's gonna be maybe a month where you can't go to the gym. Injuries, work, whatever. There was about 7 months where I wasn't super focused in the gym, but I was also in fire academy. I went to EMT school. Again, my biggest goal is helping others, and that's why I went into the fire service. I think it's one of those things that I can look at the day and say, okay, I was able to help this one person, or I'm able to make this one person feel better, whatever. And that's what I see also in the gym. I see a lot of similarities, and also you got to be physically fit to be in that service. But kind of back to what I was saying is, you have to find the right time. I understand you're gonna have to take days off, months off, whatever. Injuries are common, they happen, whatever. But you can always come back. I took almost a year off from strength training. Now I'm back to doing it again, but it's a little different. I split my strength between putting on muscle and looking better, But the programming changes that too. So, and the gym should be one of those things that you can, kind of get away from whatever problems you're having, whatever's going on around you. You should be able to go to the gym and say, okay, clear my mind. All right, I need to focus on being better now. You're going to go out of the gym and you're like, okay, now back to the real world. I got to do all this and I got something going on in my life. And you need to find your own getaway. You need to find something that makes you feel happy, makes you work yourself to make you a better person. A couple days ago, my first push day of the week, I did an absolutely great push day with my buddies. We went over to a different gym. We did some benching. 275 was moving. It went up for 4, and then I did it again. This was all back downs. I think I pushed up to like 295, and it flew to the point where at 315, I'm telling you, it might be in the tank today. I don't know. I'm not saying for sure. Felt fucking good. But I did the 275 for 4, went again. Almost did it for 5. Failed halfway up on that last one. But I also was pretty fatigued that day because I did do one push day that week. But it was that day was one of those days, okay, I got legs. And then all of us met up. All of our programs were different. And it's like, well, legs, guys? Did I hear chest? And we ended up doing that. So kind of cheated the program a little bit, but I'm back on schedule now. It's a new week for me. It's a Sunday. So I got off work this morning, so it feels good. But yeah, I'm curious to see how bench moves. I have a good feeling 315 is going to be there shortly, if not today. Physique-wise, I'm feeling leaner. I'm feeling a little bit leaner, I'm going to be honest. I was looking at myself last night. I'm like, wow, that's pretty solid. But size-wise, could be better. Maybe a little fuller, but I feel like I'm the same. So, strength's coming back. Squats, yesterday I did I don't know math. 385 for 5 reps? Compared to the last video I filmed, we did the 365 for 6. So in my opinion, that's a strength upgrade right there. And I think I could have got 2 or 3 more. I was trying to film that video, so I didn't really know. I wanted to go up in weight, but I kind of just stuck at the same weight to make the video look better. And it was kind of a good little break. But yeah, we're going to be at the gym shortly, so we're going to probably get right into it. Yeah, hopefully bench moves well. So, but all right. I'll see you guys when I'm working out there. I was going to say that 265 moved better than the 225. So we're going to jump up to 295 and kind of see how it flows. It feels pretty good. That 225 did though. 'Whoa, that moved really fucking good. For how 225 moved earlier, yeah, that's solid. I hit 325 about a year ago from like March. So to come in here, do that at like a pretty good RPE, that makes me happy. I told you guys, I was 50-50 on it, but that's solid. '90s for 5.5. We'll take 90s for 5. 6 would have been great. Alrighty, let's check out this pump.
Yeah, it's not even true.
Damn. Chest is looking nice. It's not too bad.
You know I can get 850 in Dallas, Texas. Oh, fuck you. Yeah. For 8, bro, you'll have a fucking slides coming out the fucking window.
Dude.
For $1 million?
That might be a vein right there. I think there's a vein. That's pretty cool.
500?
Back looks pretty solid. Back to side chest.
For 800 to $1 million?
It's not bad. We still got shoulders and triceps to hit too. That's not bad. Overall, great workout. We did hit the 315. That's a massive win for me. I'm very happy. Like I said in the car earlier, that's what I'm pushing for. I've been pushing for that the last couple weeks. I think doing my last bench day, you know, how the 295 moved, I felt pretty confident going to that. I really did doubt myself though. I grabbed a spotter because I didn't feel like I was gonna get it, but I kept telling myself, you're gonna get it. The one thing I noticed, every time I told myself I'm not gonna get it, I never usually get it. And that's like another learning curve that I'm trying to still beat. But again, we all learn from things. We all learn from mistakes. Oh, baby! I don't always get to say it, but it was a great day. Great fucking day. Fuck, man. 315 flew. Well, flew. It moved really well. And honestly, if I can do 3 of those by the end of the month, I'm gonna be one happy motherfucker. Damn, dude. Pump was pretty solid. Take that. Overall, the way the chest is showing out, it's looking pretty good. At least in my eyes. You know, it ain't nothing. It ain't no Sam Sulek or anything like that. I'll tell you that for sure. But I'm seeing some striations up there. Possibly a little vein up in the chest action. But triceps are staying somewhat the same. I haven't seen too much progress there. So we got to start training those a little harder, switch some things up. Overall, though, everything felt pretty good. Oh, shit. A buddy of mine brought to buy a lens off him, hopefully. Overall, everything felt fucking great. The shoulders felt good. Moving, what do we move? 75s for a good amount of reps. That made me happy. The way the 70s moved on the shoulder press was absolutely insane. That was fast. That felt like that felt like nothing. Same with incline press. Holy fuck. What did we get up to? 90s? 90s for what, 6? That felt great. And that made me really happy. Everything felt fucking good. Hopefully we can deadlift pretty soon. Oh, shit. All right, where were we? I fucking forgot where we were. My buddy, he does videography and whatnot, and I'm buying a lens off him because right now I got a set lens. What is it? I don't fucking remember. 26 millimeters maybe. It's a good lens for my APC camera. But I'm buying a 1770. If you know cameras, 2.8. It's a Tamron. It'll be good for vlogs because this one's pretty close up. That other one I should be able to go out quite a bit with the focal length and whatnot. Again, like I said earlier, man, just find something that motivates you and gets you into the gym. Like today, overall, it was just stress pushing me. I got into the gym, started feeling a little better and whatnot. This morning, I kind of, woke up. All right, we had a busy day at work yesterday, but yeah, find something to look forward to each day. Today was the gym for me. Some other days, just hanging out with friends and whatnot, kind of staying at chill. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, week, whatever you got. Make sure you just go battle day after day, man. So thank you for watching. I hope I see you guys later, and peace out.